Hi there everybody, welcome to Orkney. I'm Rosslyn and welcome to my second full playthrough of the Fighting Fantasy prototype adventure, the Emerald Sunstone. So this was published in Puffin Post, which was Puffin Books' children's book magazine. The autumn 1982 edition featured Steve Jackson's Fighting Fantasy adventure as a demonstration of how game books are likely to work. So this was before they'd invented the Fighting Fantasy gaming system, and it's presented as a choose-your-own style adventure. So like it's just a basic branching narrative. And this is also nowadays published in You're the Hero version 3 by Jonathan Green. So we get a little bit of lore and then on to the adventure. In the previous adventure, I was too trusting. You can't be trusting anybody. Will I come to a similarly stupid end this time? We shall see. It could be embarrassing. It could be humiliating. It could be glorious. I don't know. I've only played this once before, and that was in my previous playthrough that was not long. Spoiler. So, The Emerald Sunstone by Steve Jackson. You crash through the locked door. When you pick yourself up and brush the wood splinters from your leather tunic, you look around the room and see a strange scene. The room is bathed in an eerie green glow. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you can make out various shapes in the room. Along one wall is a human mural, depicting a group of leering goblins, taunting a large, ugly creature brandishing a wooden club. To your horror, the figures in the mural are actually moving on the wall itself. In one corner of the room stands a table, and on it is an open casket. The room's green glow appears to emanate from within the casket. You squint to see what else is in the corner of the room and can just make out a large silhouetted shape. A man of some kind is sitting at the table. Your hand reaches for the hilt of your sword. The shape from the corner barks out a command in a strange language. Startled by the sound, you spin around towards the mural to see 6 goblins peeling themselves off the wall. They now stand before you, fully armed and advancing. It starts at paragraph 4. I am unclear why, but I have checked and this is where we be starting. Your mission is to return the jewel to its rightful owner. Remember that you now have 6 goblins about to attack. Yes, it's right into the thick of it. Right, so I get 4 options. Do I want to draw my sword and spring towards them? Do I want to throw my sword at the man behind the table? Do I run across the room towards the box and try to grab it? Or just be like, no, I've had enough of this. This does not look good. Goodbye to you all. Bid them all a swift goodbye and nip back out the room. Is that really an option? Because this does sound like a whole load of bullshit in there. Is this what I did last time, though? I need to have a wee look. No, it's not. Right, I'm going to try and do that then. Right, bid them all a swift goodbye and nip back out of the room. Just be like, nope. Jetpack meme, nothing to do here. No, you try and leave and the goblins mock and jeer at you, making raspy noises with their warty tongues. Well, good, that's what you deserve for being a big old wuss. Ashamed of yourself, you leave the dungeon. When you've plucked up enough courage, re-enter by turning back to 4. Your mission is to return the jewel to its rightful owner. Remember, you now have 6 goblins about to attack, probably snickering and laughing, standing around the entrance by this point, picking their noses with the pointy, or round end, whatever they want of their swords. Right, so, we've got a casket, glowing green. got a geezer sitting at this table. And we've got 6 goblins. I must have dealt with the goblins first last time, because they're kinda there, you know? I'm gonna draw my sword and spring towards the goblins. The element of surprise. The goblins come towards you one by one. You chop down the first 3 and mortally wound the 4th in its sword arm. The 5th you slam in the face with the hilt of your sword, knocking it senseless. There is 1 left. The last goblin swings its sword at your neck. You may be hit by this dangerous blow. Close your eyes and close the magazine. And remember this page, 17. Oh, it was all printed on different pages of the magazine. I think I had 1 section on each. Really nice idea for the Puffin kiddie magazine, I've got to say. What a brilliant idea. This is so cool. So this is the one we're on. Oh, it's basically a dice roll. This is what I did before. So the idea is that there's a... Oh, it's got quite a complicated system of explaining it. It's to do with picking a paragraph and dividing it by 3, but I figured it's just the same. To roll a dice. Let me make sure I've got this right. Divided evenly by 3. Divided evenly by 3... Oh, that's what I also decided. Yeah, it's basically an instant death if you lose, though. So I think I just cheated and said I won. Oh, and I'm also going to do it the proper way. I can't remember if I used a dice before. But let's do it the proper way. What are we meant to do? You can see 2 pages. Yeah, I'll just use these 2 pages that are open in front of me then. Because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Add the page numbers together. No, I meant to have just 2. I'll pick them. Got 14 here and 26. So 14 and 26. Yeah, what is it saying? Add them together. 40. If the resulting number can be divided evenly by 3, it can. That would be 39. The goblin's chop has hit you and you fall down dead. Ah, right. So we survive. Because in that case you parry the blow and run the goblin through. Ah, I see. In this case, if you are dead, you start again, but you don't have to deal with the goblins then. This is nice. I like that. Anyway, yes, I did win. I did, because I got 40, and it did not divide by 3. You advance towards the shape in the corner. This must be the geezer I trusted too much. I do not remember the previous playthrough genuinely, I should say. So, I do remember this guy, be sus. You can make out it is indeed a man wearing a black cowl, but he appears to have no face. You light your lantern and shine it towards him. To your surprise, he shrieks and backs off into another corner, allowing you to grab the casket and leave the room. Maybe a different geezer that was sus then. In the corridor outside, you can see a door opposite. And another on the right, further down, to go through the door opposite. I must have done that before. See what's in the door opposite. The door opens and you're in a long-disused prison cell. Human bones litter the floor and the place smells foul. Will you investigate further? Or will you leave and try the door further down the corridor on the right? I'm sure I must have had a good look around last time, but let's have another rummage. I don't remember this. You start sorting through the debris on the floor, but then suddenly the door slams shut. As it does so, you hear a clinking sound behind you and spin round to see the bones on the floor taking shape in the air. 3 fully formed skeletons now stand before you. You can either fight the skeletons, you can shine your lantern at them, or look in your casket for something to use. Yes, you can try shining the lantern, but it has no effect. They continue advancing, and you must then prepare to fight. Now, close your eyes. Open it at a random page. Read the page starting from the very first word. Oh, we have a really weird thing. If the letter E appears on the page before the letter D, you kill the first skeleton. Otherwise, no. And there are 3 of them. Okay, I'll get a random page. I'll just point at this page here. Oh, it's a picture of the Shamutanti. Hills Kimura. Oh, well, that's Dragon Song. Hang on. I might have picked the wrong book. Handily, I have this issue of Warlock here that I'm going to use for this. So, right, flick to random pages saying... Is this what it said? I've lost the page now. Hang on. Oh, it's up here. 23, right. Close your eyes. Aye, right. Open it at a random page. What's an advert for the tasks of Tantalon? Right, start to read the page starting from the very first word. I'm going to go with tasks then. If E appears on the page before the letter D, you kill the first skeleton. Oh, the task appears. So that's the first skelly killed. Right, brilliant. Oh, so I pick a new page again. Right, so that's what we're doing. We're just flicking to a magazine page, reading from the top, and seeing if the letter D appears before the letter... No, the letter E appears before the letter D. In the first case, it was this advert for the tasks of Tantalon, which means the appeared at the top. And so, E did appear before the letter D, and I killed the first skeleton. There are 3 of these, so it tells me to do this 3 times. That's fine, that's fine. We open another page. It is the cartoon competition winners! Woo! So we're looking for D's and E's now. Cartoon competition has an E show up. Oh, that's nice, because the letter E is a lot more common than the letter E, so you're really likely to get this. That's nice. Yes, competition has got an E in it, and no D. So E has appeared on the page before the letter D, and I've killed the second skeleton. This is a really nice way of doing it. So right, random flick 3. And this time, it's an advert. It's page 2 of this advert for, is that Grenadier Models UK? Okay, so we are starting Dice. Dice is the first heading there. See that at the top? See that? Dice. Definitely has a D before an E. What now? Oh, am I just dead? Because there were 3 of them and I only killed 2. Yeah, that's the thing about fighting fantasy books. They don't say what happens if you don't kill everything. It says if you kill all 3, you can leave the room and head for the door further along on the right. I assume that didn't happen. I got killed by the 3rd skeleton. I did 2 magazine flicks and killed the first 2, but there were 3. If I remember rightly too, I'm fairly sure there was nothing even in this room. Right, let's do this, I'm going to write down my notes from this time, and we're going to try and do an actually good playthrough for my 3rd one. We're getting there, I'm learning, we're making progress. For now though, that concludes my 2nd full playthrough of the Emerald Sunstone. The intriguing fighting fantasy prototype adventure from the Puffin Post. Written by Steve Jackson, possibly in 1981 then, if it was published in 1982. Wonderful. That's all I have to say about that. I must say, toodaloo the new to you for new. I hope to see you, though, for another playthrough of this or something else. Or maybe just my shenanigans of nerdery. Anyway, for now, cheerio.